Yeah, I just said to the players at the end, I think that sums up our season, actually. I thought we were brilliant first half. I think it's some of the best football we've played in all season, if not for a long time, and we just completely controlled the game. And I think we started the second half in the same way, but then we let them back in the game in the second half. And that probably sums up the season. There's been games where we should have put teams to bed and we didn't, and we let teams get back into games. So, yeah, definitely bittersweet, but just happy that we could finish off with a win in front of our fans.
Just what did you felt like worked so well in terms of getting the attack going there?
I think just players playing with freedom, moving the ball quickly, with quality. You know, the game plan we'd set out with worked. We knew what Houston were going to do, and we just really played and moved the ball really, really well.
So in terms of next season, what do you think this team needs in order to reach its goal that it's been trying to reach for the past 2 seasons?
I think we need consistency. I think if you look at our performances, there's games that we're brilliant. There's games that we're really not. And within that consistency, we've got to find a way to win difficult games. I think we've done that this year at times, but we haven't done that enough. I think when we're really good and we really own the ball and we really possess with purpose, then we don't tend to lose games when we do that. But when they're really difficult and it's a fight and a battle and, you know, there's stuff really on the line and pressure's on, I think they're the games that we've got to work out how to win. And, you know, I think that we've learnt a lot about each other over these last 2 seasons, and I think I say this all the time to the players, that I have to look at myself in the mirror, the players have to look at themselves in the mirror, and we have to decide what we all need to do to be better, to make sure that we find those consistencies within every single week, every single game. And no game should be taken any lightly than the other. And I think, you know, this isn't being disrespectful to Houston at all, because I think, you know, they beat us twice. But those games, I look back on those types of games, Sky Blue away, Washington away. Not that those teams are poor, they're not. But they're the games that we have to step up in as much as we would do when we're playing Portland at home or Rain away or whatever it is. And we haven't done that this season, and that's been our downfall. Last season, it was the opposite. We took care of business against all the teams below us, and we didn't take care of business on the teams that finished ahead of us. And we've done a way better job of that this year. But again, it all comes down to consistency.
Was there a little bit of a sense of urgency out there with tonight's match? I mean, Kristen scores in the 3rd minute. A-Rod finishes up kind of that crazy attacking build up there pretty early on. And if so, kind of how do you maybe bottle up or channel that urgency going into next year, I guess?
Don't know if it's urgency. I think it's freedom. You know, what pressure have we got today? Just personal pride, you know. But in the last 4 games previously to this, every single one of those games has mattered. And we have to look at that. I think that's what we have to look at and go, is it pressure? Are we putting too much pressure on ourselves? Do we prepare differently when the pressure's on than we did leading into this game? Maybe. And I think they're the things that we really have to dig deep in and go, you know, why when the pressure's not on us and we can just go and perform like we did tonight. And it was similar like Sky Blue at home, like way back when we played really well. Like we were at a point then where we were out of it. The pressure wasn't on at that point. We just had to play, and we played with loads of freedom. So I think they're the things we have to dig into.